What's going on, guys? It's your boy Lowe's here, and welcome back to the Frunk Club, where we discuss all things Tesla. If you own a Tesla Model 3 or Model Y 2024 or older, then chances are at some point while driving the vehicle, you've heard one of your rear passengers tell you to turn up the AC, turn it down, move the seats, maybe change the music, or if you got kids, you've probably heard the dreaded phrase, "Are we there yet?" probably a million times. And yes, I know it can get pretty old pretty quick. But in today's episode, I'm going to be unboxing, installing, and reviewing a product from our friends over at TesStudios that'll help you solve all that. So come join me and let me show you what I got. All right, guys, so let's see what we got in this box. All right, so we have our owner's manual, which of course just goes over all the details of this particular unit. And then we have, of course, the main event, which we'll put to the side for just a second and see what else we have here. Looks like we have our harness and a pry tool. All right, great. And now let's see the main event. All right. All right. And this is what it looks like, which will replace this unit right here. And yeah, we got two USBs here in the front, and of course your AC vents, which you can move, and the back, of course. Seems like it's going to be a really easy plug and play installation, guys. So let's go ahead and get started. So go ahead and grab that pry tool that they included in the box, because the first thing we're going to want to go ahead and do is remove this plastic cover right here. And in order to remove that, all you do is insert the pry tool and then twist, and it should just pop out as you saw there. And then with your hand, you should be able to just pull the rest of it off. Now, once you do that, the next step is to remove our AC vents, and these just pop right out, guys. So if you just gently pull on it, there we go. There we go. From the sides, obviously, is the best, as you saw, and then it'll just pull right out. And then you have this little plug right here, which obviously you'll want to go ahead and remove. And I'm doing this with one hand, guys, so bear with me here a second. There we go. And the way I remove that, guys, is it has this little clip right here. So you just pull up on that as you pull out. All right, guys, so your air conditioning unit should be looking something like this now. And this right here looks a little bit different probably than yours does, because I already have an accessory plugged in to my communication port back here. But what we're going to go ahead and do now is you're going to want to go ahead and grab the harness kit that came with the unit, and you're going to want to grab out this little guy right here, because this plug is going to actually cover this right here. So we can go ahead and just snap that in, and once that's done, we're done with this cable. Put this to the side. All right, and then down here, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to remove this cable here. And bear with me, guys, because I am working with one hand. And then, of course, grab the harness that came with this. We're going to want to plug in this harness here. We'll plug in this here. And then this part of the cable, we're going to run this part up through here. So let me show you how to do that. All right, guys, so I went ahead and grabbed this pass-through tool along with some electrical tape, because there's really not a whole lot of room for me to get my hand inside of the air conditioning housing where we're going to be passing this cable through. So by being able to use this, it's going to make our job that much easier. So let me show you how I'm going to do that. So I went ahead and moved all my accessory cables to the side so that we have a little room to work with here. But if you guys don't have any other accessories already installed, like an ambient lighting kit like I do, then you really shouldn't have any of these cables right here, with the exception of this one that we've already capped off. So you should have a lot of room to work with, but what I'm going to do, since I do have all those cables there, is that I'm going to grab my pass-through tool, and I'm going to put it all the way to the side here, and I'll put my finger here at the bottom, so that once it hits the bottom, I can just grab it. Now, go ahead and grab your harness. You're going to want this side of it along with your electrical tape. And what you're going to want to go ahead and do is from the bottom, grab your cable like this, and we're going to tape it on there so that it sticks to our pass-through tool. And make sure that you cover the top, guys, because you definitely don't want the plug to get stuck or damaged. Now we'll go ahead and slowly pull on this as you feed it through. You want to make sure that you're feeding it from the bottom so it doesn't get stuck as you're gently pulling. And just like that, now you have your wire. Now just gently remove the tape and we can mount the TV and plug everything in. All right, guys, so now that we're done plugging everything in and we've snaked our cable through, now go ahead and grab your AC TV unit. And what you want to go ahead and do is plug in the cable that we snaked through to our TV unit. Once you plug it in, we should get power to the TV unit if we've done everything correctly, which clearly we have. So now we'll go ahead and take this excess wire, put this here at the top, try to tuck some of it here at the top. The rest of it we will tuck in here underneath our vent. And then you will slide it into the vent as so. And you want to make sure that you're also lining the clips up. It should go just straight back. And you should have clips just like that, bottom and top. And once you hear it clip in, guys, you're good to go. That's that. Now we just need to put our plastic bottom piece back to cover these cables, and we're done. Now let me show you guys all of the amazing features that this TesStudio's multimedia air conditioning screen has to offer. Let me show you. All right, so right off the bat, we can turn on the AC. As you can see, already showing the airflow. I can feel it here. If I want to increase the intensity, I can slide that bar over. Animation changes. And as you can hear, it's much, much stronger, the air conditioning. You also have other features. We can control the seats, our heated seats, by tapping if we want to turn them on, off, which I think is pretty cool. Also, you have access to music here if I want to raise the volume on what's playing in the car, which I think is pretty cool as well. Switch songs, pause and play. You can also turn the screen on and off right here by tapping that on and off toggle. And if you come here, you have tons of other options from your settings, APK Pure, of course, some browsers, Play Store, YouTube, set up for our Bluetooth, any type of auto link, music, videos. And if you go into the settings here, you can pick, of course, a ton of different settings from language, time, style. Style, of course, is going to be whether you want the white screen or if you want the black screen, which now I'm sure it's going to have to cycle in order to do that. Yep, like most of them do. And now you have the whole black screen, as you can see, versus the white one that we had before. If we come in here, again, all of our screens now are black, which I'll probably leave that way because it does look nice. Now you have brightness settings, of course, temperature, reboot, resetting, any type of over-the-air updates and such. And if we go back, you have, of course, your Android settings. And these give you different settings like being able to connect to a hotspot, pairing devices, apps, storage, any type of sound, location. I mean, these things run on Android, so they're very well set up. You can log into YouTube if you have YouTube, like we saw before, connect Bluetooth. If you have files, you could obviously connect and upload any type of files there to the unit itself. And it does have a certain amount of storage. I believe I saw here that there is a certain amount of storage that you can use. Actually, I think it was on the Android side. But yeah, see, so you only use 56. You don't have another 14 gigabytes of free storage. So you could theoretically upload your own music, you know, movies, whatever you want, so that the kids can stay entertained here back in the back seat. Or if you have any type of passengers, you know, that may want to control their own AC, control the heated seats, you know, mess with the volume of the music, be able to, you know, move the seats back and forth. That's always pretty awesome, because I don't know if I showed you, but you see these little arrows here? If I press that, as you can see, my front seat started moving, which I think, again, pretty cool. If I want to put the seat forward to give somebody some extra space, all I got to do is just press that. And as you can see, it's moving forward, which, again, pretty cool. So as you can see, guys, this rear screen is packed with features. To be honest, we probably didn't even get through all of them because there's just so much that it can do. But you can also connect a lot of things to it. You can connect multiple remote controls so that multiple people can play video games at the same time and not fight over the remote. You can also connect multiple Bluetooth audio devices like headsets, for example, so that they can listen to music, watch YouTube, stream social media, maybe watch a movie, listen to what's going on their screen, all while you enjoy music throughout the rest of the vehicle. It can also have your customers feeling really comfortable in the back if you're maybe somebody who does Lyft or Uber, because then they can turn on the AC, they can adjust the seats, turn on the heated seats if it's a cold day out. So like I said, guys, I personally think it's a great little upgrade to do to your Model 3 or Model Y. So definitely head on over to TesStudios and check them out, because they have a wide variety of parts and accessories and a wide variety of different screens to choose from, different sizes as well. And if you use my discount code MrCMelendez at checkout, you will save some money on all of your TesStudio purchases, so don't forget to use that at checkout. But I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments, so definitely let me know what you think about this particular upgrade, what you think about the install process. I personally thought it was super easy and straightforward. I really think it's a upgrade that pretty much anybody can take on their own and really do it really well and pretty quickly. But I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments, so definitely chime in below. Let me know what you guys think. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and share. And don't forget to click that little bell icon so that you're notified when I post my next Tesla video. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate the support. And thank you so much for hanging out with me here today at the Frunk Club. Till next time.